Hi, this is the story of B-Sides, the third volume of my poetry that I've self-published digitally as well as physically. Wow, in the last 10 years. Now, B-Sides is a slightly different collection to my previous two books, For You or Someone Like You and With All of You, in that those were both projects. The one took place entirely on Facebook and the second on Patreon. And those two projects were nearly 10 years apart. But in between, I was still writing poetry. It's just that I wasn't doing anything with it. And then I suddenly realized that once With All of You was out, that I had this body of work which didn't fit into any box. And so that whole 10-year period was just not represented in print in any way. So I went digging through the hard drive to go and see what I could find. And from all the poems that I had saved, because I do save everything, even the really bad ones, I selected, I can't even remember, about 50 or 60. Some of them were bad. There were literally one or two lines in them that I thought had potential, and some of them were really good, according to me. And so I spent a couple of months rewriting the really bad ones, sometimes completely rebuilding the poem on the basis of one line or one thought, or doing minor edits and checks, took it through a sub-editing process, and again, got a good friend from South Africa, Kim Gear, to design the new extremely purple cover for me. And as has kind of become traditional with my poetry books, I also started to roll out a series of collabs to go with the book to find the other side of the poems with the help of other artistic collaborators. I was originally going to call the book In Between Days, because in between one book and the other, but that's a song by The Cure, so I thought that's probably not a great idea. And when I told this to my friend Jason Curtis in Cape Town, he said, no, you can't do that. What about B-sides? Like the B-side of a hit single. And then also the play on the words besides, in addition to. And I was like, well, that's it. Great play on words, good joke, describes the project perfectly. So it became B-sides. And so that's how the book came to be. I mean, it's, poetry for me very often is just a process of reflection, of going through what I've seen and experienced and how I feel about it, and using words to figure out what that means to me. And so I hope that when you read the poems in B-sides, that it can have a similar function for you and help you see the world from a slightly different perspective and therefore come to some conclusions. So check out the links below. It's available all over the place as an ebook. No physical title really, unless you send me an email. And I'd love to hear from you. So if you do buy yourself a copy of the book, please get in touch and let me know what you think, or leave an email, leave a review on Amazon. So thanks for listening to this and enjoy the book.